Yo guys, welcome back. So tonight we're going to do something a little different. We're going to look into the hangar business. And I know it's been buffed a lot. And back in the day it really was not worth doing at all. But I've been watching a few guides, reading up on a few things, and it looks like they buffed it pretty hard. So at this point I'm thinking it might be worth doing. So we're going to look into that. First we're going to knock out a Caio Perico though. And I guess I got to make sure, how much money do I even have? Okay, just about 10 million. And the Caio is the one that we did last week, Tuesday. We did the setup for. We haven't done the finale yet. So the finale in that should be around 1.2 million. So that'll take us up over 11. I think that should be enough to get into the hangar. We'll see. I want to say if you get like on the more expensive end, I want to say it really doesn't get over $5 million. So we should be able to afford it. I'm going to go do my lucky wheel spin first. Yeah, I wish I'd gotten a lot of money. Like, usually on Mondays, I try to do like a big earning stream. Like, you know, sell a bunch of businesses, do a bunch of heists, whatever. And try to make like a big, big amount of money in one stream kind of thing. I like to do that on Mondays, and then on Tuesdays, go spend all that money. But unfortunately, I didn't get a chance. I've been pretty sick this past week, and I did not get a chance to play this game hardly at all. So I'm pretty much just now playing for the first time since I left off on Tuesday night stream from last week. So it's been like 6 days since I played. And let's get the visitor bonus. We really didn't get anything of note on that spin, and it's fine. I really didn't want this car that much anyway. It's car is that even? It's the Feister what? I can't really see. Well, whatever it is, I don't want it. So let's go ahead and knock out the Caio Perico finale that we've got. That'll get us like 1.2 million above where we're at right now. We're at like 9.8, so that'll take us to 11 million, and then we'll be able to really get into the hangar and take a look at the options and see which one we want to get and all that. I'm pretty sure I want to get in the military base, just for obvious reasons. Even if I never use the thing, at least I can go over the base without getting a wanted level. But anyway, we'll see. Right now, let's hit Caio. I think El Rubio's been missing me. Or he has with every bullet so far, so. Wow. I don't know how loud that music is for you guys, but in my headphones it is ridiculously loud, so I'm going to turn it down for myself anyways. Hopefully it's at a decent level for you guys. I think it was a tequila. Let's take a look. Yeah. So, okay. We've got tequila is the main target, of course. And we got a Coke and 2 weeds at the airport, so that's where we're going to go. And then we'll go knock out the compound. So, let's do it. Start. Confirm. Don't need armor. If I get shot, I'm going to be restarting anyway. Longfin as always. Pretty soon we're going to start exploring some other options too, like different ways of doing Caio, because even though this is the most effective as far as like time spent for money earned, it can get boring like running it over and over and over again. I mean, at this point you guys have seen me do it, I don't know, probably 9 or 10 times already. I've only been streaming a month, 2 days a week, and you guys have probably already seen it like 10 times. And I always do it the same way. Ah. Kind of swinging out a little wide there. That's all right, though. We got plenty of time. As long as I don't run this thing aground and ruin it. Yeah, we got 2 weeds and a Coke up here, so that'll be perfect. Why does it feel like my camera is like way too zoomed in? There we go. I think it kind of messes up when you're in the submarine. Man, I'm actually running a little slow here. I better hurry up and get around there before he turns around. Otherwise, I'll have to wait. If he turns around, I'm dead. There we go. We made it. Alright, we'll grab the weed down here, and then we'll go up and grab the Coke and the other weed. You kind of got to pay attention to the order that you do it in if you're going to be mixing like this, because you want to get as much of the Coke as possible, which takes up 50% of your bag. So if you were to grab both of the weeds, you'd end up filling up your bag like 75%, and then you'd only be able to take half the Coke. So you got to do it in the right order. Doing one weed first won't matter, because you only filled up 37.5% of your bag. So you still have enough room for like all of the Coke, which takes up 50% of your bag. But you don't want to do them both. You want to do at most one weed before the Coke. Oh, and there I am going for the weed like a moron. There we go. Yeah, excuse me, man. I've had like a cold like all week. The weather is really being crazy around here. It's like shifting from like 80 to 60 to whatever, man. Yeah, I gotta wait. Wait for him to go by, then I'll swing out behind him. There we go. Yeah, the temperature shifts around here have been ridiculous the last week or so. Last couple weeks, really. I'm finding myself with a like endless tickle in my throat, a little bit of stuffiness. Hopefully that clears up pretty soon. Oh, come on, get up there. Yeah, okay. There we go. Sometimes with this game, your character just has to be placed exactly, like within an inch, to be able to do what you want to do, like sit in a chair or jump up in a car or whatever. I mean, if you're even like a little bit off, this game is like, nope. Anyway. Quality of life update for that would be if, you know, you could just be, if they could make the radius of where you need to be just like a little bit wider than it is for a lot of these things, so it's really easy. But I don't think I don't think at this point we're going to get anything like that. That would probably be a bigger overhaul of the engine than I appreciate. I'm not really a coder, so it's probably a harder task than I can imagine. And at this point the game is, you know, 12 years old, so, and their brand new replacement is right on the horizon. Boy, everyone's looking forward to that game, aren't they? I feel like the anticipation for it is so huge, though, that like it's almost impossible for it to live up to it. But then again, I think people kind of said the same thing about this game. Like after GTA 4, the anticipation for this one was so high that everyone was like, yeah, it won't be as good. For some people, it's not. I've heard some people say that they think that GTA 4 is better than GTA 5. Me personally, I don't think I would say that it's better. I've certainly spent more time playing this game than I have GTA 4. But I will admit that GTA 4 has some things about it that are better. Like, it's grittier, it's darker, it's a little more serious and a little less slapstick. But I don't know, man. I really enjoy the comedy in this game too, though. It's always been humorous, you know what I mean? I mean, just drive around and look at the map, look at the billboard, just read the brand names and stuff. One I just noticed the other week, actually. All these years playing, and I never noticed this. If you're in like the high-end shopping district in downtown Los Santos, there's like what is obviously like a high-end women's fashion store, and it's called Anorex, which, you know, supermodels and stuff are known to have some, you know, problems with being anorexic, bulimic, whatever. And I'm not trying to make fun of that. That's obviously not funny when people have problems and they get so wrapped up in their image that that they actually start damaging themselves. I mean, that's not funny at all, especially if it's someone that you love. I mean, it shouldn't be funny for anyone, but just the fact that they named a high-end women's fashion clothing store Anorex, just, I don't know. I guess just the audacity of it makes me laugh, and I had never noticed it all these years. I'd never seen that in there. It's just another little joke in the map that makes me laugh when I see it. I gotta stay to the left here. Ooh, almost got hung up on the wall for a second there. You got to be careful not to correct when that happens, or else you'll like stumble out and bump right into them. Okay, so we're at like 450. Let's see how much is in the safe. 518. Oh, that was a nice safe, actually. That was like almost 70 G's. It's like 65, I guess. All right. I think last time I really messed this up. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We're going to try to go fast this time. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, okay. Well, we're doing good so far. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. One more to go. We're actually doing really well. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1. There we go. Almost 10 seconds to spare. We definitely won't be running into trouble with the Juggernaut when we get out of here now. Last time we got into a little bit of trouble with that. The timing just wasn't that great. That's why you got to get this stuff done fast. All right. One more cycle. There you go. We should be right on time this time. I'll know in a second when I see the Juggernaut on the radar. Oh yeah, we're way ahead actually. We're in good shape. We could actually do the early run out on this one if we wanted to, but I don't like to do that. So like right now we could just bust ass out there and up those stairs and we would be fine, but we're not going to do it. We're going to go ahead and wait. And as always, look at the radar. You can see the Juggernaut, it's the red skull. So the guard's going to walk by from right to left, right in front of us, right now. And then down on the stairs, you can see the Juggernaut. He's about to turn right, and he just did. Boom. Now we can go ahead and head up out of here, kind of keep to the right, and we're out. Whew. Mrs. Heathen brought me a big gulp Diet Coke from 7-Up. I'm sorry. From 7-Eleven, not from 7-Up. Diet Coke, big gulp from 7-Eleven. I guess I got 7-Up on the mind too. Alright, so this is the one last dude that we will take out. Actually, we haven't taken anyone out this whole heist. So, only single casualty. I guess if you're wearing the right outfit, you can take this motorcycle from him right in front of him and he won't do it. He doesn't care. He'll believe you're okay because of your outfit. So I could do this completely pacifist if I wanted to. I don't really care about it though. Alright. Alright, we just need to swim out to this mine right in front of me. This chain. And as soon as I get there, we're done. Actually, when Escape Cayo Perico appeared, like when it disappeared, that was when we were really done. So it's actually even a couple feet before it. But generally, I just say swim to that mine and you're done. Oh, we can skip this cutscene. All right, I'm gonna guess total take with the bonus is going to be about 1.2 million probably. A little bit less. It's going to be 1.16 because we'll get the Elite Challenge bonus, but all right, 1.16 million. Not quite 1.2, but that's all right. We do have our 48-minute cycle to do again, so we'll get like another 145,000 here in a minute. And then we're gonna knock out and we're gonna start looking at the hangar and figuring out what we're gonna buy, which location, which upgrades, all that kind of stuff. So alright, I'm gonna throw up the Cayo cooldown. I don't know why I'm even bothering, because it's not like we're going to do it again tonight. Whatever. And that's not it. That's the 48-minute. There we go. So Cayo cooldown, 2 hours, 24 minutes. And let's go ahead and jump into our bunker. And actually, you know what? We got a full bunker to sell too. Yeah, whatever. Let's just knock these out. We will do the bunker after this though, because why not? We got time. It's not like we in a rush. We don't got like a bunch of heists to do. Sticky bombs. Let's get our camera angle right. And how much money do we got now? Do we got... oh, I have to wait for this ammunition contract thing to disappear from the screen. Come on, I know what I'm doing. Okay, so yep, we've got $11 million. Not bad. And we'll do a weapons delivery like we're doing right now, spare parts delivery. We'll do a mixed goods delivery. We'll send our warehouse agents out to get more crates. And then we will sell... oh, we'll do a payphone hit, and then we'll sell the bunker. And then I'm going to start pricing out the hangar. Oh, this might be the real crap one where I got to go all the way to the other side of the map. I get that one more than any other one for... oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. I can see by the map we're going to head up in the city now. So I guess with the hangar business, which I may as well talk about that since that's what we're really going to be focusing on tonight after this little piddly stuff. I guess not only is it buffed pretty good, but I guess if you own the heli tours business, there's like a bonus you can get from that. But in order to have the heli tours business, I guess you have to have the car wash first. So, and I think that's all kind of newer content. You get a phone call from Madrazo saying to go meet someone down at LSIA, and I think that's what this has to do with. That's all newer content that kind of came out when I wasn't playing the game, so I'm not really that familiar with it. Oscar Guzman Flies Again is another thing that came out when I really wasn't playing, and I really haven't played that yet either. I've heard people say it's kind of comparable to Cluckenbell, like as far as like time spent and amount earned and all that. So we'll definitely be buying the grapes. Is it in Grapeseed? I think the Grapeseed hangar or whatever. Definitely going to be buying that and checking out the Oscar Guzman thing. Boy, that car, that car was just absolutely freaking determined to stay in my way, wasn't he? He bumps me, and of course his tiny little light plastic car throws my ancient, heavy, massive truck like 20 feet as if it were made of paper mache. And then, of course, he pulls in front of me. Yeah. So, whatever, Rockstar. So we'll go back to the office. Do a mixed goods. Where's my helicopter anyway? I think we lost it when we did the Kaio heist. I need snacks. Nope. We'll export mixed goods. We'll head out in the Buzzard. And that's the quickest way to leave the office. That's why I bought the Buzzard. I don't really need it because I had the Sparrow, but I know the Sparrow is faster than the Buzzard, and in general, it's better than it's better for grinding in the Sparrow than it is in the Buzzard. But what I've never liked about the Sparrow is you can't land the thing like softly at all. I mean, you basically you come down as slow as you possibly can, and it still like jars all of your freaking teeth out of your mouth when you touch ground, and it gets damaged really easily too, which is not a good combination. Those two things. And I don't know if it happened on stream last week. At some point in the last couple weeks, I did one of these and I got a wanted level. And I found that you can duck into your warehouse to lose the wanted level. So you don't have to like wait. I talk about how hard the landing is with the Sparrow, and then I proceed to land my Buzzard as if it were a Sparrow there. Yeah, Lupe, for real. Go get me crates, girl. I'm just gonna leave that there. Anyone who wants it can have it. Pegasus will provide another. So let's see. If we got guys chasing us, they'll still be out here when I come back out. But if we get a wanted level, we will lose it. Doesn't look like we're getting either. No one's chasing us, and we have no wanted level. So, alright, well, fair enough. This is basically the easiest version of this mission there is. kind of surprised, like no enemies and no cops. I mean, I guess this does happen on this mission sometimes, but it's more rare. I always expect at least one or the other, the enemies or the cops, the wanted level. Oh, I gotta call Mutt too. Ooh, barely made that cut. All right, so we'll call Mutt. And we'll call Franklin and ask for a, what's it called, payphone hit. And, you know, let's just grab our Sparrow, because I know in the end that one's better for grinding anyway. See, the landing gear on that thing is so stiff. Okay, tech entrepreneur. I think that's the one you pick up in a taxi cab, and then you either take him to a gas station and blow him up, take him to the junkyard and crush him, or drive him out in the ocean and drown him. We'll see in a minute. Gas station explosion. Cool. Let's go get ourselves a taxi. Let's go get ourselves a checker. Let's just return it. Crash right into it. Hey, nice. Excuse me. Alright, so he's down at that that nightclub. Can't remember the name of it. It's down kind of near Vanilla Unicorn, but on the other side of the on the north side of the freeway. The Vault? Is that maybe what it's called? The Vault? I don't know. I wish they would have made that one of the locations for nightclub. I think it's called the Vault. We'll know in a moment here. Boy, that guy was trying to run into me. So yeah, let's check this out. Obviously we're going to pick him up, but what is the name of this club? Because it's bugging me now. Blue lighting. I didn't even see. Honk. Yeah, I see at Vault. Lock up. I see Fridays at Vault, so I think that is what it's called, the Vault. Anyway, whatever. Oh, we got to take him to the gas station and blow him up, right? I forgot. Okay, I was thinking like the water for some reason, but yeah. No, that's convenient because the gas station is like right effing here. So we'll just come over here and there we go. There's our 45 Gs. And I gotta wait for that to disappear so I can call my car. Oh, that's right. We got all the Halloween stuff going on. What do you guys think? Should I do a Halloween stream? I'm not really that into. I'm not really that into it. The Halloween stuff. Don't get me wrong. It's kind of cool, but I'm not like a huge fan of it. Let's see if we can find this. Got a G's cache around here somewhere. Usually it seems like it's like down here. Not today though. Got a feel for the controller to like start vibrating a little bit. I don't really know all the spawn points by heart for this area. Oh wait, there it is. Oh, that one sticks out, doesn't it? There we go. Wow, almost 20,000. That's actually pretty high value for this. It's usually not really more than 15. So is there anything else around in town we need to knock out? You know, I didn't turn on the 48-minute timer, did I, when I finished my whatever mixed goods delivery? I meant to turn that on. Oh well. We'll see the notices, like when crates show up at the warehouses and when mixed goods are available for sale again. We'll see the notices for that. So all right, I think that's all we got to do as far as like the random BS money earning for now. Let's got 166 G's to deposit. All right, so we got 11 million bucks, and it is time to look into the hangars. So when you're picking a hangar, let's pull it up here. It's on the foreclosure site, and we'll just kind of filter out everything but hangars. So there's basically 2 locations down at LSIA, which are like 1.5 million and 1.2 million. And 1.2 million, that's like the cheapest one in the whole game. The only thing about hangars at LSIA, I understand people who like to have it be, you know, close to the city and all your other businesses and stuff. I get that. But at the end of the day, if you're worried about having to travel back and forth to out to Chumash, or Zancudo, I guess, you can always just session jump. Like, you know, if you're in, especially if you're a solo player and you're playing in invite only lobbies, I mean, you can jump so fast. So I don't think that really is worth it. Like being down here, just even though it's cheaper, being down here just to be close to the city, I don't think is worth it. And also, the missions you get for your crates are probably going to take you really far away no matter where you are. So if you own these, the deliveries are going to probably all be, you know, up by the Alamo Sea or whatever. And if you own over here in Zancudo, then all your deliveries are going to probably be down here by the city. So like the game adjusts no matter which one you pick. So the only real advantage to having an LSIA hangar is the upfront cost, which you should never really think that much about, because you're going to make, you know, the money over the long haul. It's a one-time cost. So And I know someone the other week pointed out to me when I was debating between the two warehouses that, you know, one was 3 million, the other was 2 million. And I was kind of annoyed that the one was 3 million. And he made the comment, well, you're going to make that back anyway. And yeah, I get that. But in that case, I was debating between two warehouses that were like 300 feet apart. And there was $1 million price difference. So there was really no value to spending $3 million at that time. I spent the two, made a bunch of money, and now I own them both anyway. So, but yeah, generally the cost of the hangar itself is not worth considering up front. So 1.2, 1.5, that's great, but I'm not too worried about that part of it. Zancudo, obvious benefit. You get to go over the hangar. You get to go over the military base without getting a wanted level anymore, which is a huge hassle lifted at that point. So now they're way more expensive here. You got 2.6 million. You got 3.2 million. I think that's the most expensive one there is. And then you got 2 million. See, this one is only like 500,000 more than the more expensive one down at LSIA. So, I mean, seriously, for 2 million and you get to be in the military base, I don't really see what the benefit is to one versus the other in here. I mean, just like those two warehouses I was debating that day, what are these, like 50 feet apart from each other? And then what, another 200 feet over to this one? So, I mean, the location is essentially the same for all of these. I don't see any great benefit to one over the other. So I'm not going to spend 1.2 million just to be 50 feet more this way. I'm going to go with the cheapest one. That's all there is to it. So makes the most sense. So yeah, with military base access, able to come in here without getting wanted levels, and this is the obvious choice to me. It's the best value. So we'll buy that. Hangar style, I don't really care too much about it, but I do like it to be me. So I like red and I like dark colors. That I think I don't like too much the white floor. That's pretty nice and gray. I think the red floor is kind of cool, and actually it's less money than the white floor. The only thing I don't like is all that yellow in there. I don't know if you can do anything about that. Let's just take a look. Lighting. I thought there were more options than that. I see the yellow over there. Let's go back to hangar style. Does the hangar style determine what lighting options are available? We'll go to the gray one. Now the lighting. Yeah, look at that. You get extra lighting from having the more expensive hangar style. Funny thing is, I don't give a shit about any of it. I'm just going to go with the default lighting anyway. So I think for the hangar style, maybe I'll just go with the red like I wanted. Lighting will stay default. Floor graphics, I like the actual spaces on the floor like that. Although I don't know how great that'll look with the red floor. You know what? As much as I like that red floor, I'm just gonna go with the overall gray-black appearance. That's more me anyway. So, and lighting, we're just gonna stay with default lighting too. I'm not gonna do any weird red lighting or purple lighting or anything like that. It's just not worth it. So we picked the graphics. Yep. What are the other options, anyways? Are there 9 spaces in there? I don't even really know how many spaces are in the hangar. I don't know by heart. I'm going to assume 9 since that one has 9. I don't like this because it doesn't even mark off the spaces. Seems like this one marks off spaces, but there's only 6 instead of 9. I don't know. Whatever. We're going to go with that one because that's the one I like. Office furniture. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit of vanity here. I'm gonna go traditional because I'm a traditional guy. I do not like this modern crap. I'm not a fan of that kind of look. I'm definitely a traditional oak, you know, kind of guy. Heavy wood paneling. Living quarters, we'll do the same. Definitely want living quarters so we can spawn in, and definitely do not want the modern crap because, again, I'm a traditional guy. Workshop, definitely. I mean, why buy a hangar if you're not going to get a workshop? You're going to want to be able to, modify the aircraft that you end up getting over time. That's actually the real expensive add-on. Like, I mean, I know all this stuff was like another million basically for all of it, but then it's $1 million more just for the workshop. So, well, it's like 1.15 million. And yeah, it would be smarter to wait for this like to be on sale when they have like a special week on these, but I'm not going to sit and wait just for that. Again, it's a one-time cost. So yeah. All right, so 4.1 million, we're going to be in Zancudo, and I think that's everything we want. So let's go ahead and buy it. 4.1 million. Woo, big money. There we go. All right. Get out of here.
You bought the hangar. Woohoo! What's the business, baby?
Ron.
Wait. Who's that? Someone's here. Get over here quick. Get to the hangar. I need to show you some things.
All right, let's call our let's grab our Sparrow. I know we got buzzards all over the place out here. I can see them on my radar, but whatever. Sparrow is faster. Hangar has a storage for a vast selection of personal aircraft, purchasable from Elitist Travel. I'm upside down in my... Wow, okay, I was reading that blurb up in the upper left. Anyways, Pegasus aircraft can be called in and taken to the hangar to also store them there. Okay. Let's head over. Hey, for the first time, we're going to be able to fly into the military base and not get a wanted level. That'll be refreshing. Those Zancudo guys are not very humorous, or they don't have a very good sense of humor. Man, all these years later, and I still love this map. Oh, there was one of those smuggler cache things. I didn't even notice it. Whatever. Don't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that right now. We gotta go visit Ron. There we go. So, actions deemed beyond this clearance level? Like what, stealing one of their lasers? Yeah, I'm sure. Alright. We will head in here. Alright, here we go. First time going in the hangar. I think there's a cutscene with Ron. He was saying there was someone here. Ron trying to be scary.
From Russia, a Russian hacker space weapon. And I'm going to liquidize you, just like I did to your friends. Yes, liquidize.
It's liquidate, you moron. Stephen Ogg does have abs, though. He's got like abs for days, man. It's ridiculous. Ron. He's kind of the one of the unsung characters of this game. He adds more to it than people realize. He's pretty damn funny. I can't help but wonder if some of that dialogue was a little bit of a shot at Stephen Ogg. Like when he said, my best friend, my best friend, yeah, he went all Vinewood on me, because he's like a personal life coach now. Stephen Ogg has kind of disassociated himself with this game a little bit, although I think recently he's been coming back again a little bit to like some GTA convention type stuff. But yeah, it's been kind of well known that he doesn't like the fact that he's more well known for Trevor than anything else. Although I don't know, I think he's pretty well known as Simon from Walking Dead too, and most of us like that. He didn't have a big part, but the little bit he did in Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul or whatever, that was pretty good too. But anyway, I just wonder that the way Ron says, he went all Vinewood on me, like the way kind of Stephen Ogg is kind of disassociating with the game a little bit. So I wonder if that was a little shot at him. I don't know. So let's check this out. Authentication must be granted by Ronald. Please progress. Setup. Oh, okay. Like other businesses, you have to set up first.
Here we go. The maiden voyage of this new enterprise. Here's to new friends being better than old ones, old dogs learning new tricks, and this all being a computer simulation anyway. So who cares?
True that.
Go to prison. The AI has already won. Our first target's a lost MC cargo shipment. Take out the guards and bring the plane to the hangar. Once there's some stock in the system, the app will go online.
All right, so we got. I guess we have to do a source mission to start, and we have to take the mogul. Now, I think one of the differences between like the truck-based source missions, which are pretty new, they just got added in the last year or two, and these old like legacy, I guess, sourcing missions that are done in aircraft. One of the differences is you cannot destroy the vehicles. So, like for some of the land-based sourcing missions for this, I think if the crates that you're getting are in a truck of some kind, you can blow that truck up, and then you can just pick up the crate and take it back in your own vehicle. You don't have to drive the slow-ass truck or whatever. Whereas in a mission like this one, which is more of like a legacy mission, the crate's actually in a plane. I can't just destroy the plane and get the crate. If I destroy the plane, the mission fails. So that's a pretty significant difference between, you know, what you can do gameplay-wise. I wish Rockstar would just fix the old missions and make it so that you can use your own vehicles for stuff like this. It's always kind of irked me that you can't use... You have all these awesome vehicles that you spent all this money on, but nope, you're not allowed to use it for like doing work, which kind of annoys me, and annoys a lot of people, especially people who like to grind this game. So at least Rockstar threw us a bone, a very small bone, but a bone nonetheless, for sourcing hangar stuff. Okay, I didn't really want to take cover there. I wanted to take cover, yeah, like that. Are there only 2 guards? Are there any more? I don't think there are. Maybe that's it. Alright. Well, whatever. I mean, it is the setup mission, so it's not going to be that hard. They don't really want you to fail this one. Now, I don't know if they come after you. I'm going to return my Sparrow. I don't know if they come after you while you're in the air. I guess we'll find out. Does this thing have weapons? It has a machine gun. It's not the most agile plane in the game, though, so I wouldn't want to dogfight in this thing with machine guns. Let's... I guess we took it from the Lost. Let's fly down low over the Lost and see if they notice us. I mean, technically we took it from them. They're right there. No, they didn't even notice us. Game's not quite that smart. So you gotta lose the cops, but it really doesn't matter, does it? We're up in the air, and it's not even a 3-star, it's only a 2-star, so there's not going to be any helicopters or anything like that. So cops are pretty much a non-issue. All right. So Rooster called. He's the equivalent of a warehouse agent. He'll go and get crates for us for a fee. We'll look into that in a minute here. I just want to finish this initial setup mission. There we go. I did not get a chance to comment on it earlier because like of all the stuff going on, but actually I'm glad I picked the floor that I picked with the color scheme that I picked, because this looks badass. These big black squares on here, this looks awesome. I like the way this looks. And there's Rooster. So Rooster, he works just like a warehouse agent, like a crate warehouse agent. Okay, Ron.
We're in business. The cargo's been logged and the system's online. Let's get to work and let's hope maximum security jails are somehow more pleasant in computer simulations than they would be if this was all actually real life.
All right. So anyway, so he works like a CEO crate warehouse agent. You can give him some money, and he will go out and get crates, and he'll get anything from 1 to 3, just the same way as they do. He costs a little more money though. They only cost $7,500, and they'll get 1 to 3 crates for your crate warehouse. He costs $25,000, and then he'll go get air freight cargo anywhere from 1 to 3. The thing about him, and this is where you get into style of play differences, and as far as like whether it's better to source missions or whether it's better to when I say better to source missions, I mean whether it's better to like run source missions to get your cargo, or better to have Rooster get it, or is it better to do both? I would say it depends on what you're trying to do, because let's come over here, sit down, and we'll take a look at the business side of it.
Welcome, business partner. This is Ron Tikowski. Damn, I shouldn't say my name. Note to self, edit that bit out. Okay, I prepared this recording to talk you through the basics of our new operation. You'll find all the information you need about stock levels and our holdings on the homepage here. Then, when you're ready to make an acquisition, you hit the source button.
Okay, so I guess let's just listen to his spiel for each screen, and then we'll actually get some meaningful conversation about it here. Hold on.
Now, you're able to choose what cargo we're hitting here. Now, the deep state doesn't like this. The shadow economy, it's taking tax money away from their pals, the globalist conglomerates. But they make some work harder than this. Poisonous, untaxed alcohol and tobacco is easier to go after than Big Pharma's worst enemy, the mind-focusing and totally harmless narcotic stimulants, for example.
And then let's look at the sell page.
Once you've got some stock, we can look at making a sale. We're a market-driven business. There'll be good deals for what the buyers out there want at any given time. But the real edge comes when we unload a particular cargo in bulk to a big buyer. They tend to throw in a sweep. That's it. Now, source some stock, and hopefully the program I wrote will erase this audio file from your hard drive. If not, see you in court. Jury, I've got mental problems. I'm a fantasist. I'm running for president.
Jeez. All right, so I don't think it's gonna show it here, but there's bonuses that you can get for different kinds of cargo. So I want to say tobacco and counterfeit goods, are those the ones? Or is it actually, okay, I wish this like source page blur would go away so I could, mission difficulty scales depending on type of cargo you've chosen. Hire additional members to recover more cargo. Yeah. Maybe it's narcotics and chemicals that if you get like 50 of those, you get like a 70% bonus. I'm sorry, guys. 1 second. I'm going to look it up, actually. I don't want to give any false information here. And it's not showing it in the screen, so... Okay. Sorry about that. I've kind of pulled it up, and yeah, it's kind of interesting they don't show it in here. Yeah, so like you wouldn't know it unless you built up that particular product. But so narcotics, chemicals, and medical supplies, the first three apparently, those three get a 35% bonus when you have 25 crates and then or more, and then a 70% bonus when if you get 50 crates. And understand that their base value of the crates is $30,000. So if you have 50 crates and you were going to be selling them for 30,000, it would be 1.5 million. But if you have a 70% bonus, then that's going to take it up like well over 2 million, I would think. Can't do that math in my head. Here, actually, I'm on a computer. Let's just run calculator. So 30,000 times 0.7 is an additional 21,000. So it becomes worth 51,000 per crates at that point. Times 50. Yeah, it's like a it's basically an additional $1 million if you get 50 of narcotics, 50 of chemicals, or 50 of medical supplies. And then I want to say the other ones like animal materials and art and antiques and jewelry and gemstones, those guys give a 12% bonus just for having 10 of them, and then a 60% bonus, a little bit less, at 50. Then the low value ones, like the ones I was initially saying we should think about, tobacco and alcohol and counterfeit goods, you get a 5% bonus for every 5 crates and a 50% bonus when crates are accumulated. So I don't know exactly how the 5% bonus every 5 crates works, because like, so is it a 10% bonus for 10 crates and then a 15% bonus for 15? I guess. And so you would get up to like a 45% bonus, and then it would jump to 50% when 50 crates are accumulated. So, okay, I guess I see how that one works. Okay, so the trade-off in all of those is you don't get as big of a bonus, but you can get the bonuses more quickly with the lower-end crates, with fewer crates owned. Whereas the high-end ones, the narcotics and the chemicals and the medical supplies, you don't get any bonuses until you at least have 25 of them. Whereas at that point, you would have a 25% bonus on like counterfeit and tobacco, and you'd have a 24% bonus on animal materials, art and antiques, and jewelry and gemstones. So yeah, it's there's your trade-off. You can get to the bonuses more quickly with the lower value stuff, but ultimately you can get to a higher bonus with the higher value stuff. You just have to wait longer. You have to get more crates before you can get it. So obviously the strategy would be to try to get 50 of just one crate. Now, when you source, do you only get one? Because that would mean you'd have to do like 50 sourcing missions. Let's try a land. Let's try a land source mission for narcotics.
So here it is. 2 rival groups of black marketeers are out there breaking bread. And to seal their newfound friendship, they're making a big trade. How heartwarming. So heartwarming, I
Yeah, okay, so at least the mission's going to give me a vehicle, but yeah, I'm not driving a pickup truck. We will call our buzzard in. Because that is way faster. So supposedly, you don't even have to take it in the vehicle that it comes in. Supposedly, I can blow this trailer up. Obviously, I want to take everyone out. But you can blow the trailer up, and then you can just pick it up and fly it back in your Sparrow or Buzzard or whatever you're using. I know the Sparrow would be faster than the Buzzard, but problem with the Sparrow is you can't really call it in inside Zancudo. Like if I had called it, it would have appeared way out on the road, whereas obviously the Buzzard I can call right next to me because it's a CEO vehicle. And if you're a Mark II oppressor kind of grinder, you could do this, I think, as a biker club president, and then you could call in your oppressor Mark II right next to you as your biker club vehicle, your presidential vehicle, or whatever the heck they call it. Your special vehicle. So let's check this out. I don't know, how far away is this? So this is what I was talking about when I said no matter where you get your hangar, these missions are going to take you far. So like if we had bought the LSIA hangar, I guarantee you this would not be the location we would be going to. We would be going somewhere up by the Alamo Sea instead. So no matter which one you buy, when you do these missions, you're going to have to go longer distances. I'm mostly just curious to see how many crates you get for this. If it's one at a time, man, that's pretty brutal. You can't do 3. Then again, the warehouse doesn't hold as much anyway. So it's not like a crate warehouse. Why can't I seem to hit these guys? Alright, let's come over here. Because we're taking some hits. There we go. Man, I'm like really bad at this thing. Either that or the finally got him, and I had to get right up in his face. I'm like gonna die here soon. There's a lot of these guys, actually. There's quite a few. I feel like I'd be better off just maybe getting on my feet and getting out a gun. Did some damage there, though, at least. Got him. Alright, I think that might be all of it. No, it's not all of them, though. Now, with all the... Oh, man, my helicopter is finally done. Okay. So how are we getting this thing out of here? I think we'll blow it up. I thought they said you could. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this one you can't. Okay, yeah, we did. We got it. Okay. So, where's the crate? Because now it is a crate. Or do we have to do more here? I like don't know what I'm doing, do I? Here. Wow. You know, I've never gone up this ladder before. Oh, there it is. Oh, it was literally lying on top of it. So, okay. All right. Just I'm gonna grab some ammo because I just used it all pretty much. All right, so let's call our sparrow. Okay, it's kind of far away. That's why I'm more fond of the buzzard.
Okay, just drive it carefully back to the hangar. Last thing we want is the damn thing unhitching.
All right. So so it is true with the land-based missions. You do not have to use the vehicles that they want you to use. You can blow it up and then use your own vehicle to get back. And that's, again, this is nice. This is so nice that you can do this like this, because it's always irked me that we have all these tens of millions of dollars worth of high-end vehicles, including like armored and tough vehicles, and yet we do these missions and we're never allowed to use them. So with these missions, you are allowed to use them. So it's definitely a good deal. My only question is, how many crates is it? And if it's one, then okay, you get one at a time. But of course, like I said, there's only 50 in there. So if you have a large warehouse, like a CEO crate warehouse, that's 111 crates. And how many missions is that? Still less than 50, but it's like 30 some missions. So let's see, 35, 70, 105. So 35 missions would get you to 105. So 36, so 37 missions. Okay. I really should learn to do math. So 37 missions to fill up a large CEO crate warehouse. That's worth about about $2 million. I want to say. I don't know exactly how much it's worth when you have a full crate warehouse. I tend to only go up to 70. Why am I targeting something? Oh, that's the vehicle that they wanted me to drive out there. Jeez. So it's pretty comparable. It's actually pretty comparable to a mission for a large crate warehouse. Now the only thing is the amount of money it costs. So okay, one cargo shipment. So I'm gonna guess that is a single crate. And I know the 48-minute stuff is up now too, which is cool. But let's sit down and let's look at our stock now and just see. Overview. So yeah, okay, so we get one crate for that. And our setup mission, they're very nice. They gave us 3 actually. But I think pretty much anytime you do one of these missions, it's going to be a single crate that you get. Probably don't typically get 3 crates, I don't think. And how much should we spend? How much should we spend to get it? I didn't even pay attention to that. Oh, and there's like a cooldown, so there is that too. You'd have to wait for like a 5-minute cooldown between each one. Let's if we're gonna source by land, are they free? Are they actually free? Because that's actually huge too. If you're not even paying for these crates. Because you're paying, even if you do 3 crate mission sourcing, for your CEO crate, you're still paying 6,000 per crate. If you're sourcing these and you're getting them for free, let's take a look and see. I don't think. No.
Hey, so our new friend Rooster is dropping a shipment off at Sandy Shores. Just meet him when he lands and bring the cargo back to the hangar.
Okay. And this is Sandy Shores, by the way, which is very close. Yeah, I don't think there's any charge for this. I think you're getting these crates totally for free. So, okay, fine. You only get one at a time, but there's only 50 crates total for the warehouse anyways, so that's only 13 more missions than a CEO crate warehouse would take. And then the length of time to do these missions on the land like this, with the ability to just use whatever container you want, whatever vehicle you want to bring them back. That's actually pretty huge. They've made this way more valuable than it used to be. When this came out right at the beginning, it was not worth doing at all, but they've made the payout so much higher. These crates are like worth 30,000 each, so you're literally getting 30,000 every single time, and then bonuses when you. Okay, there it is. Just looking for it on the radar. But yeah, this is totally worth it, actually, if you don't even have to pay to source these like this. And these missions can be pretty quick if we're able to do it like this, where we don't even have to take the crap vehicles. All right, I see cops flying around up there. I'm sure they'll be involved. I feel like... Where is this crate of his? Is it just right in the middle? Where is this crate? Can I, like... Really, did I have to get out that way? Are you kidding me right now? Yeah. Well, my guy didn't get out the way I expected him to. Looks like a civilian saw... Are you kidding me? Oh, that's not a cop. That's a, you know what? How about this? There we go. Where are these guys? Of course, he gets behind a tree right as I turn around. Where are these guys? They're over here now. Oh, wow. He's like right here. Ooh, I'm almost dead again. There we go. Where is the crate, though? Like, okay, fine, all these guys, I'll deal with them, but... Where is the crate? Is this it? I mean... Okay, now we got cops, too. Where is this guy? He's in bushes or something? Yeah, man, there's so many of them. Alright, where are these idiots? Oh, I almost got ran over. Alright. I think that's almost the end of these guys. I mean, you can't see them at all. Like, they're so well hidden. So I guess what you have to do is search for the crate, like in this circle that you're in, and you know, I'm looking for it. So far I'm not seeing it. Okay, these cops are gonna annoy me, and I'm sure we're not allowed to call. Probably not allowed to call Lester. Okay, it's not what I wanted to do. Oh, okay, now it's showing it.
Why, hello, how you doing?
Nope. I can't remove Lester. Can't remove a wanted level, that is. So, alright, let's, I don't know if I take the loss and, okay, wow, this thing is just getting decimated. Well, there's definitely a learning curve here, because I don't know what to do about these cops. So let's, can we do this? Can we Cayo Perico it when we're doing like the Longfin mission? Nope. We do not lose the wanted level then. So let's see if we can find the crate first anyways, since they're so well hidden. I mean, we can see it on the map now. My guess is that the reason it's showing it now is because it took us too long to find it. So probably... Oh, I hear the beep now. Was that always there? Oh, geez. Okay. There you go. And now we gotta lose the cops. So I think what we'll want to do is run. Did we blow this thing up? We did, didn't we? Oh no, look at that. Alright, it's not ours, but we can use it. It's a Kanata. I've actually never flown one of these. Well, at least we don't have like a 3-star or anything like that, so we're good. I'm just going to start flying toward the base. We'll lose them in a minute, and then we'll be able to deliver. I may as well return my Sparrow since it was in shit shape anyway. Whew. Okay, that was a little bit busier than I thought it would be. I think the problem was that I wasn't seeing it. So like I didn't really know exactly what I was looking for. I wasn't sure if it would be in a vehicle or if it would just be on the ground. I mean, I guess it makes sense that it was on the ground because Rooster was saying his plane got shot down. So yeah, it's going to be on the ground. But yeah, this mission though took a little bit longer than I would have liked. It's taken me, we're coming up on 9 minutes now and another 30 some seconds. So let's just say it took 10 minutes to do the mission, and I think honestly that could probably get done in 5. Doesn't help that I'm flying this freaking Kanata back. This is I've never flown one of these, and I hopefully never will again. This thing is really slow. I've heard people say they like them. I don't know why. They don't seem like very good helicopters to me.
Now that was some first-class damage control. To be honest with you, I'm worried about how hard Rooster's gonna celebrate.
So we don't have to pay a thing for crates, and we can do these land missions, which I think for the most part could be done in 5 to 10 minutes. So now there is a 5-minute cooldown. So we'd have to wait. Let's look in here now. Yeah, so The 5-minute cooldown does limit how much you can do a single product. So to get that 70% bonus on like narcotics or chemicals or medical supplies, we'd have to source one at a time with a 5-minute cooldown in between. And if we just say it takes like 7.5 minutes, let's do a little math here real quick. Run calc. Sorry, I'm not showing this on my computer, on my stream screen, but I wasn't really set up to do it. I probably should like add this as a source sometime. You know, actually I can right now. I'm decent at let's see if we can add a source here. Add a source, window capture, calculator. Okay. Select a window capture. There we go. I think maybe that'll appear. Okay. And then I think I can move it around. Hopefully that's visible. I assume it is. All right, so let's clear this. So here's what we'll figure. If we have to do 50, let's say it takes 7.5 minutes to do one of these land sourcing missions, and then there's a 5-minute cooldown. We'll say like 12.5 minutes per times 50, be like 625 minutes divided by 60. Wow, that's like 10 hours. Okay, so it would take like 10 hours to do one at a time with 5-minute cooldown in between to get up to 50. Yikes, that's a long time. And then we would sell for, what did we say, 2.5 million, basically 2,550,000. But I mean, honestly, let's just say it takes you 50 minutes to do Cluck and Bell, and there's a 48-minute cooldown. So let's say you can do a Cluck and Bell every 98 minutes. You know, 10 hours times, so that's 600 hours. 10 times 60 equals 600 divided by 98. So you could do like 6 Cluck and Bells and you'd earn 3 million from Cluck and Bell. So yeah, you would actually be better off running Cluck and Bell with 48-minute cooldowns, and that's assuming you don't do anything in the 48 minutes between your Cluck and Bells, which we all know you can do a Kaio for that matter in between. So, you know, you could do, in that same time frame, you could do a Kaio, and let's say you earn 1,200,000. Oh, but Kaio's not every 48 minutes. It's every 2 hours 24. So yeah, it's not going to add quite as much, but it's going to add a lot more. I think you could get at least 3 Kaios done in that time. And so 1,000 times 3 equals 36 plus 3 million. So if you were just alternating like Kaio and Cluck and Bell, and you still have those 48-minute windows to fill in during Cluck and Bell when you're still on Kaio cooldown too. So yeah, I guess at the end of the day, the amount of time, it still kind of isn't worth it with the other activities that are available. It's not worth just grinding straight up crates, cargo for the air, the hangar. It's just not worth it. So I'm going to delete this, remove this. There we go. I know it disappeared before. It's because I closed the calculator window, but I still had the source in OSM or OBS. I guess hopefully that didn't hurt anything. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do one more source mission here. And I'll just go ahead and do narcotics again. We'll definitely do a land one. Let's see if we can get one of these done in 5 minutes.
Hey, so I was thinking, it's been a while since we asserted our dominance in the world of air freight. I say it's time we send a message to the competition. We're gonna break into a hideout, steal some stuff.
Actually, I'm going to turn on the timer right now.
Who's at the top of the pyramid?
I'm going to wait for him to stop talking, though.
Well, you, but I'm like one step down. About them anyway.
Okay, so we'll say now because we couldn't do anything until... I mean, I guess I could have hung up on him, but whatever. All right, let's grab the sparrow. I'm wrong. It does not spawn out on the road. It used to, though. I thought it used to. You know, maybe it's actually... Maybe that's the Oppressor Mark II. If you call it from the Terabyte window as a service vehicle, maybe it spawns out on the road. It used to. Maybe they fixed it, though, actually. Again, I hadn't played this game for a while, so there's probably some stuff that's been fixed that isn't really true anymore. So I totally expected my sparrow to spawn out in the road, and I was just going to spawn my buzzard right next to me and fly it out to the sparrow, which is so dumb. I know the sparrow is faster, but it's not that much faster that I needed to be doing that. Whatever. I don't claim to be smart, guys. And when a dumb guy overthinks things, bad decisions are made. Alright, so it's right down here. Let's see what kind of hassle we got to deal with here today. It's like in a garage. Oh, it's one of those rich guy garages. Okay.
You're gonna find this place is locked up with some pretty heavy shutters. I swung by earlier to check it out, and lucky for us, it's all powered off a generator nearby. Take that out, and you should be all clear. I mean, unless you have something that could fit under the door.
Something that could fit under the door. Oh, like if you had one of those RC vehicles, maybe. Okay, so your choices are take out the generator, or check out, or get like an RC vehicle. All right, let's land down here. There's plenty of corners to take. Here, let's just return this thing. Oh no, because I'm gonna want it. All right. So where's the generator then? Okay. Oh, right here. Well, I wish that would have, like... Whatever. Oh, there's a camera over there, too. Let's do this. Obviously, we're not... I assume this is a generator? Maybe not. Oh, I'm gonna guess this is the generator. The other one looked like one too, but there we go. Oh, and now we've got alarms going off, which probably means that people are going to be coming here soon. Where's the damn crate? Am I just blind? Yes, I am. It's over here. And there are guys showing up now. So we got to get out of here. Oh boy. Okay, I thought they were a lot closer. Only when my back is turned, apparently. Whoa, that was neat. Oh. Turning somersaults in my sparrow there. I gotta quit doing that. I did that earlier too. Like I hooked the tail on like a tree or something as I'm taking off, and this thing does a complete somersault in the air. So yeah, I guess I didn't really need the timer up on the screen because there's a countdown timer on the lower right. I'm such a doofus. So yeah. Although that countdown timer includes Ron's phone calls, so But we're coming up on 5 minutes now, and we are almost done. So yeah, you can get these done in 5 minutes if you get good at them. I mean, this is my first time seeing it, so I've never even seen these missions. Obviously, if you were to do these over and over, you get pretty good. But even so, I think doing these one at a time to try to get that 70% bonus, I think maybe the only time that would really be worth it. Oh, I just noticed there's some like guys down on the road chasing me too. I don't think they can come in the military base though. I think the only time it would really be worth it to do something like that would be when hangars are on like triple money or double money or something like that, where you get like 5 million, you know, for the wholesale. So then it would be arguably worth it at that point. But even at normal price, even though it's pretty good, because you don't even buy these crates, I would say that it's too time consuming for the money. So what's the other option?
We did it! I consider that message sent.
All right, Ron. So what's the other option? The other option is to have Rooster get your crates. Now, interestingly, this will cost you $25,000 per. That is a lot more money than what you pay the warehouse agents. If you pay your warehouse agents to do it out of your crate warehouses, it's only $7,500. And crate quantity result is kind of the same. Like just like the warehouse agents, Rooster can get 1 to 3 crates. So he'll either get 1, which happens most of the time. He'll get 2, which happens, you know, a little less frequently, or he'll get 3, which happens even less frequently than that. And that's the same as the warehouse agents. They do the same thing. But the warehouse agents, you're only paying $7,500. Whereas with Rooster, you're paying $25,000, which is like over 3 times as much. But the base value of crates, CEO crates, is also equally lower than the base value of the hangar cargo also. So the hangar cargo base value is $30,000. And the base value of CEO crates is $10,000 per crate. So if you were to do that math, and you know, I shouldn't have deleted that calculator source because now I'm going to pull it back up again here on Windows. Oh well. 7,500. Let's just assume you only get 1 crate ever. You know, 7,500 divided by 10,000 is, well, I don't know why I need a calculator for that. It's 75%. Whereas 25,000 divided by 30,000, assuming you only ever got 1 crate, is 83%. So you are paying a higher percentage for the money spent. But you know what? Percentage-wise is probably not the way to look at that. Because you could also look at it this way. If you pay $7,500 to your warehouse agent and they bring you 1 crate, your base value on that crate is $10,000, so you will earn $2,500 for doing that. With Rooster, everything else being equal, if you spend $25,000 with Rooster and then get a single crate back that's worth $30,000, well, now you earned $5,000 for that same 48-minute period and a bigger cash outlay, but you're earning $5,000 in 48 minutes instead of $2,500. So you're actually earning twice as much that way. And that's, again, only if you get 1 crate. You know, if you get 3 crates, well, now you're getting like $7,500 more versus 3 crates from the thing. Now, obviously, in both businesses, as the number of crates go up of the kind that you have, you start getting bonuses. The problem with Rooster, of course, is that you don't know what kind of crates you're going to get. I mean, that's true of the warehouse guys too. Oh, I can get rid of that timer, by the way. It's probably confusing now. Like, why is that up there? Anyways, with Rooster, you don't know what kind of crates you get, and you don't with the warehouse agents either. But the difference is that in the warehouse, it doesn't matter what kind of crates you have. They're all equally valuable. Whereas in the hangar, you need a certain number of specific types to get bonuses. So how many different kinds of crates are there here? Let's take a look. I mean, depending on what Rooster gets, you could wind up with 50 crates and 0 bonuses. And I don't know if you can mix them either. Like, I want to say, you know, if you have 5 counterfeit goods, you're going to get, I think, like a 10% bonus on it or something. But if I wanted to sell all cargo and I had bonuses on counterfeits, I think I can't do that. I think you can only sell the bonused stuff versus all at once. So I don't know. But the thing with that is we already established how much money we can make doing other stuff in that time, like Cluck and Bell or Kaio or the agency, the Dre mission, whatever. So while you're waiting for Rooster to get cargo built up here at the hangar, you could be doing stuff to make money that offsets that 25 Gs. And then basically once in a while, even if you don't take advantage of bonuses because of all the mixed, you know, all the mixed different kinds of crates that he gets, even if you don't take advantage of the bonuses, you'd still have 1.5 million. How much would you have spent? 50 times 25,000. You'd spend 1.25 million. So your profit would only really be 250,000. That's assuming he only ever gets a single crate. Obviously, he's going to get 2 crates sometimes and 3 crates other times. So you're not going to really spend 25,000 per crate. It's going to be less than that. But let's just say worst case scenario, you send Rooster out 50 freaking times, and Rooster literally gets a single crate every single time. So you will spend 1.25 million, and now if you don't take advantage of any bonuses and you just do a sell all cargo, you'll get 1.5 million. You will only earn $250,000. However, you didn't really spend any time doing it because it doesn't take any time to send him out to go get crates, and it doesn't take really much time to go get them either. And we just saw we did a source mission for like 5 minutes. Well, what the heck? Let's do one more source mission.
Okay, here's the deal. Thanks to my intelligence and foresight, I've got tabs on a salvage crew scouring the ocean floor for a smuggler boat that just went down. Apparently, they're on this massive barge using magnets to search for any
Okay,
valuable...
I've heard that this is absolutely not worth doing. Like this particular mission, this submerged one. Oh, you know what? I don't have my spawn point in my hangar, do I? Oh, I do. Ah, nice. It automatically did it because I certainly didn't choose it. So yeah, that one particular land mission where it's like a submerged, I've heard that you avoid that one. That's like some of the newer crate missions you don't want to do. Like the ones where they say to go to Mirror Park or go to Hokies or whatever. It's the same thing, actually. It is like submerged. So, what were we doing? We were going to do narcotics, right? Sure, why not? And I'm just going to hang up on Ron.
Hey, so I was thinking, it's been a while since we asserted our dominance.
Okay, it's basically a mission we've already done. So let's call our Sparrow. And let's see how quickly we can do this one. So we're already 20 seconds in. Now hopefully I can find this one faster. Or is this the garage one, actually? Maybe it is. See, I'm so unfamiliar with these, I still don't really know like what the Ron phone call is right off the bat. It doesn't tell me which one it is. I need to build up my familiarity, but I don't think I'll be doing a lot of these. I want to say, as a solo grinder, I think I'm going to conclude that it's probably a better use of time to just send Rooster out getting crates rather than, and then spend your time on higher money making missions, and just let these build up kind of like without your involvement. What's the term? It's like the other businesses when product builds up, and you're not actively doing it. You guys know what I mean. I can't think of the words.
You're gonna find this place is locked up with some pretty heavy shutters. I swung by earlier to check it out, and lucky for us, it's all powered off a generator nearby.
Okay, yeah, this is the same one we just did.
And you should be all clear.
And this time we know what the generator looks like.
Fit under the door.
Make sure we land in a spot where the oh, there is a security camera. Gonna want to be careful of that. Where's that generator thing? Aha. Let's see how many. Oh, yeah. It opened up both sides, by the way, so I can just run straight through and jump in my helicopter. Sweet. Well, they are coming up fast, though, aren't they? Probably should have put on some body armor first. Nope, we are out of here. And we didn't turn a somersault in the Sparrow either, which is nice. Actually took off like our IQ was normal. So, yeah. So these are basically 5-minute missions, and this is like pretty much all the way across the map. I mean, not all the way, but better than halfway across from Zancudo to the industrial LSC. So yeah, that's not so bad. But I think as a grinder, it's probably better to just have Rooster get crates and then spend your time, doing better money making stuff. But you know what? Since there are some bonuses available in the lower end crates with less numbers, it might be worth it to get some of these crates in single sourcing missions, like maybe like one every 48 minutes. So, and then hope that Rooster gets some also in that same category so that you can get some of these bonuses. And then don't do the whole 1.5 million sale. Don't wait for the whole thing to fill up, but just wait till you get a decent amount of a certain kind of crate. That might actually be not a bad plan either. Kind of a mix of Rooster and sourcing, but not a lot of sourcing. I don't want to sit there and focus on sourcing these things over and over again and having to sit through a 5-minute cooldown every time too. So, alright, so we've done like 5 source missions already. Alright. And Ron's calls are already getting kind of old. So let's try a sell mission. I know I don't have a lot, but let's just check it out and see. We'll sell. 210,000. That's basically a bunker sale. And that's kind of interesting too, because you can buy product for the bunker, but it would have taken way longer than this for it to have turned all the way into cargo that you could sell for, or gun running stuff that you could sell for 210,000. It would have taken a lot longer. So, but then again, you're doing it, you know, I was doing this actively, whereas that product in the bunker builds up without anything. You buy the supplies and then it builds up on its own. So obviously we'll do a land mission because I guess you always only get one vehicle, I mean.
I got a couple of drop-off points for a buyer that wants everything delivered out in the wilderness. Just make the drops, they'll come pick up when they're ready.
Oh, what do we got here? A Rattel. All right. Not bad. We're going to do some off-roading, I think, probably with this thing. I'm going to guess that's why they gave it to us. Oh, we've already got the spots. Does it matter what order we go? No. Yeah. Okay. All right, we will come here and then we'll get busy. I know it's kind of counterintuitive that we're doing land sell missions with our air hangar. You know, like you think, hey, you'd probably want to do air stuff. It's more fun. But to be honest with you, and this is just speaking from memory from a couple years ago, I really truly hated a lot of the air missions with the hangar. I didn't like the sourcing missions and I didn't like the selling missions. They were ridiculous. A lot of them were just stupid and not fun. They were very poorly done, I guess I would say. Oops, oh dear. All right. So it's kind of funny that they've now added all these land-based missions to the air hangar, but these are a little more fun to do. They're not so annoying, I guess, if you know what I mean. I want to say one was right up here. Probably we'll start getting people coming after us after we like make the first drop. It's going to be a lot like a bunker cell, I think. All right, I can't really see it from the road. I mean, I'm going to guess it's up here over this hill, over this ridge. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so this is basically just like a bunker sale at this point. I have to slow down. Interesting. Now that's one difference from the bunker. The bunker like literally stops your vehicle when you hit the spot. Okay. I don't know if I'm going the best route here. I kind of lost track of where the others are. Yeah, I am. This is the next closest one. Looks like once we get a further ways out, though, it's going to be like in two different directions for the last couple. No one's coming after me yet, so I don't know. Maybe we get away with it. I kind of thought they'd start coming after us as soon as we made the first drop, but so far, no. Nothing down here but deer and mountain lions. Okay, ambush on the way. Yep, okay, here we come. So you do 2 drops and then you get ambushed. Oh, we got a helicopter after us. I don't know if I really care. So this one's going to be over by Trevor's. Hey, Ron, shall I tell Trevor you said hi? Oh, he's kind of bitter about Trevor right now, isn't he? All right, yeah, I see it over there. Can I go down over here? I think so. I don't drive around here very often because I always seem to end up in the water when I do. We are taking some hits, though. We're going to want to probably get some health and armor on. How far is this one? That's pretty far. They're both pretty far. Okay, well, we're going to go to this one then, and then we'll head back up the highway. Actually, I'm going to take advantage of the train tracks. I assume the Rattel can handle it without, like, bouncing all over the place. Once I get in this tunnel too, I'm going... Okay, there's not enough room for me and the train in that tunnel. Oh, maybe there is. It's just tighter than I would like. Oof. Yeah, and then we're going to get stuck on the wall, and we don't want to brush up against that train or it will blow this thing up. Let's do this. Let's get some snacks and put some body armor on. Oh, that was the end of our armor. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, we're going to need to stock up on armor after this. Man, that is a long way out, isn't it? It's on the other side of the quarry, actually. Alright, well, we're gonna step off out of here on the road up here. Hopefully I can jump that with this thing. Yes, I jumped right over the road, actually. Taking a few hits again. And we want to start pulling up into the hills here. I don't know how many waves there are of these guys. Like, I don't want to waste time stopping to take them out if I don't need to. If I take one pair of these things out, I think they'll probably just spawn more. And I don't know how many times it'll do that. Sometimes it's only 3 or 4 times in these missions, which then we can do the whole thing in peace and not have to worry about it. But I don't know. I'm going to go back to the road. I'm going to go ahead and drop low. The lower I can get, the more we'll get away from these choppers. Oof. Hello. Gonna need a chiropractor after that. Alright, and we'll take the highway up around to the last one. And it'll be up kind of like by that little weed farm that's up there. Man, these NPC cars are freaking out. It's one thing I like about being like up off-road. There's no other NPC cars for me to worry about freaking out because these guys are shooting. Yeah, at least we put a little distance now between them. They're chasing. They have to be careful about coming down too low too, because they have to deal with billboards and stuff like that when they're chasing. It looks like there's really no cars coming after us. The only guys coming after us are helicopters, which honestly is not that scary. Guys in cars who like spawn in front of you and, you know, stop you by slamming into you and stuff, that's always a little more of a problem to deal with. Hello. Alright, there we go. I can see it out there. It's quite a ways out, though. So this is the road to that little weed farm I was talking about, but I think what we'll want to do is skip that and kind of cut up here. Assuming this thing can climb, it is an off-road vehicle. And unfortunately, I'm out of body armor now, and I don't have any more, so we're going to have to get here and survive. We're almost there. If we can just stay on the road. Easier said than done in this thing, especially up here. There we go. We got all 5. We just have to leave the area and mission accomplished. Are they going to keep harassing us? Yes, they are. Okay. Sometimes after you make the final delivery, they leave you alone, but no, this time... Whew, hello. There we go. 204,007. Oh, Ron gets a cut. I was going to say, I thought it was supposed to be 210,000, but no, Ron gets his cut. So, and it paid us cash, of course. So let's go ahead and deposit that.
Great work out there. Fire had no
I already got it, Ron. You know what? You guys are probably going to think I'm dumb, and you'd be right. 12 years playing this game. I've never noticed this little road right here before, ever. This is my first time seeing this little road. I mean, it's not terribly useful because you're pretty much blocked at the bottom of it. And if you try to go off to the right, you have to deal with a ditch, which in some cars that would be a big problem, especially the original cars. So, I mean, it's not really that momentous. But I'm just saying, 12 years, I never even knew that this little side road was here. Nice. Anyways, so... analysis. The hangar. Is it worth it? I think it's worth the buy. And if you want to grind cargo, like hangar cargo, I think the best way to do it is not going to be trying to grind one up to that 70% discount. But I think instead, you're going to want to do maybe the mid-range guys. And 12%, 12, 24, 36. Actually, I take that back. It depends how long you want to do them for. If you want to grind the high-end ones and you want to do... now, you'd still have to do 50 missions, but there would be no cooldown if you alternated between the two high-end ones. You can get 25 of each, which will get you a 35% bonus, which is pretty good. But if you didn't want to do 50 freaking missions to have to get to a bonus amount, let's just say you wanted to do like 10 missions, you know, or even 20 missions, I guess. Then you could do alternate. If you're willing to do like 20 missions, it would be worth it to do 10 each of two different mid-range ones, like the animal materials or the art and antiques or the jewelry. And then you'll get a 12% bonus on each. Or the other option would be if you only wanted to do 10 sourcing missions, which would be about an hour, say, with no cooldowns. Then you could do the low-end ones, which is like the tobacco and the counterfeit goods, and you'll end up with 5 each, and you'll get a 5% bonus then, which, you know, isn't much. Here, let me run my calc and see. Calculator. 30,000 times 1.05. It's 31.5 times 10. Well, I mean, okay, but you could grind if you were doing the low end. Okay. Well, let's think in terms of like an hour, because that's pretty close to like 48 minutes that you would do like for a day cycle in the game. So if you were to alternate between the low end stuff, the tobacco and the counterfeit, and let's just say you just wanted to grind it for an hour, then you could get about 315,000 and you'll do 2 sales. And that's not terrible. That's it's not Cluckenbell level, but it's not terrible. So that's if you want to do something different and you want to source these crates and you want to run these missions or whatever and get familiar with, then that would probably be the way to do it for me. I would not want to grind 50 freaking crates with 5-minute cooldowns in between. That's going to take forever to do. And yeah, I get it. You get like a 2.5 million payout at the end, and yay, good payout, but not for the time spent. You could have easily done, 5 Cluckenbells in that time, even with its cooldowns. So, yeah, totally not worth it in my mind. I think it is worth it to use it, and I thought of the word now, by the way. The word is passive when product is building up without you having to actively be engaged in getting it. You can use it like a passive business. You can have Rooster do his thing, and when you see check every now and then and see if, one of the low ends has gotten to 5 or one of the mids has gotten to 10 or whatever. And if you see one of those hit the bonus levels, and then you could do like an additional source mission, just like one, just to pad it a little and then do a sell. And then I think as a passive business, that works pretty well. It really does. I think it's worth it as a passive business. So my final analysis on the hangar, absolutely worth it. Yes, it is worth it. I say go for it. I say get it. Hold on a minute. I'm going to start Rooster going, by the way. I say definitely get it, and definitely get the Zancudo location, because who cares about LSIA, man? Being able to go into the military base without getting a wanted level, that's just awesome. So it's a huge benefit, and then it's a decent passive business that you can use. I'm going to move my microphone a little bit here. Sorry if I sound a little different now. It was like right in my mouth. So, all right. Well, let's start our 48-minute grind thing now. I mean, that was over with a long time ago. Actually, we're almost cooled down on Kaio at this point. We only got like a half hour left. So this is what I'm going to do with the crate warehouse. I'm going to go ahead and spend 25 G's, and I'm going to hope that he gets 2 or 3 pretty regularly. But then I'm going to go to my bunker, and I also have a full bunker to sell too, don't I? I mean, not full, but full for solo player. 210,000. I know it says 100,000 in here, but if I were to go sell it, it would be 210. So Rooster is off. He becomes part of the 48-minute cycle now, by the way. And I apologize if you hear my Shih Tzu barking in the background, but she loves to be heard when I'm streaming. Don't know why, but she does. I love that dog, though. I'm a dog guy. I wouldn't have even gotten a Shih Tzu. It wasn't my first choice. I didn't even think of Shih Tzus as being a real dog. But my daughter wanted one so bad, and so that's what we end up getting. And then I have to admit, after we got her, she stole my heart. She is just the sweetest, best-natured little dog. She's not really that little. She's kind of on the smaller end of medium, I would say. She's not like a toy or anything. But she's just got such a great personality, huge heart. I always thought of Shih Tzus. I thought they were just little purse dogs that snobby women carried around, But no, she wouldn't fit in a purse anyway. But she's great, and she's got such a huge attitude. And she's very friendly and very, I don't know, everything about her, man. Personality. Sorry, I'm babbling on about my dog, but I guess I'm just expressing that I was stunned at how much I ended up liking her. And she's going to be 9 years old this couple months within a month or so from now. Beginning in November, I think. So a couple weeks, really. Now, this is one of the more unfortunate versions of this. I have to head all the way up to Paleto Bay, but that's okay. At least we got these slow guys coming after us. They can't catch us, so we don't even have to worry about them. We can just ignore them. And we still have $7 million. Not bad, actually. I know we had 11 after that Kaio, but maybe tomorrow, because I forgot to mention, I gave my analysis of the hangar business, but if you own that Helitour business, I think you get like a 10% bonus anyways. So immediately those cargoes become worth like 33,000 as base. So now it's even more valuable. It's not a huge difference, but it is over time. It is. You earn a lot more over time that way. But I think in order to buy the heli tour business, you have to buy the car wash first. So I guess you got to do this content that came out a couple. When did this come out? A couple months ago, where you go meet the guy at LSIA, and then he tells you about businesses. And I guess you have to do the car wash before you can do the heli tour. I think. I don't really know that content. Maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow. I got 7 million. I mean, I can certainly get a Kaio ready and get us up over 8. I could probably do a Cluck and Bell too, so get to like 8.5. I don't think I can get a Dre mission done in that time. Anyway, we'll see. I still don't know what I'm going to do for tomorrow's stream. We're going to move over to the CEO office and do the mixed goods sale. Okay, yeah, I used a lot of snacks in some of those missions. I took a lot of hits. Alright, we'll export mixed goods, and we'll go out in our buzzard. Definitely the best way to leave the office. I don't care about the $500. For a second, I wasn't sure what I locked onto, but actually, I think once again it was that signal jammer. I gotta do those. I gotta knock those out. I think I've taken 2 of them out by mistake. One up by the Vinewood sign, I think on the radio tower there, and then another one kind of by like Tequila La, up high on the construction arm up there, the crane that's been there for 12 years. So I actually prefer when the mixed goods are at this warehouse rather than the other one where they are, but it is what it is. Because then I can just take the mixed goods truck over to the next warehouse and go in there, and while I'm doing that, it will have triggered, like if we're going to get a wanted level or whatever, it'll have triggered that already. But unfortunately this time the truck is over by the second location, so it is what it is. Man, this thing is so empty. That's the other thing, when all you do is send your agents to get crates, it's a long time between warehouse sales. Takes a long time for them to fill up, but it's all right, because again, you've basically turned it into a passive business, and while you're waiting for that to happen, you're doing other stuff that's, you know, way more valuable than if you were spending time manually sourcing. So between Kaio and Cluck and Bell and maybe Oscar Guzman, I need to get that grapeseed hanger and check out the Oscar Guzman thing and see what it's worth. I want to say you can do it in a similar time frame as Cluck and Bell, and I think it pays the same, like 500 Gs. But I think what I'm going to do, before I do the Oscar Guzman thing, I think I'm going to try the other newer content with like the car wash and the... I don't even know what that's called. I mean, I know it was just a couple months ago, but again, I haven't been playing the game, so I'll have to look it up and see. Alright, are we going to get enemies? Are we going to get a wanted level? Or are we going to get nothing, which is great. Nope, we're going to get enemies, but they're actually going to spawn in front of me because of the way that I went. That's fine, though. They're not really all that dangerous. And man, I let that 48 minutes expire so long ago, I bet you Mutt's completely out of product or supplies. That's the other thing. We'll definitely have some Acid Lab sales here and there too. Half hour left on Kaio. Or actually less than, like 25 minutes actually. Alright, let's call Mutt. Let's see where he's at on supplies. He probably needs 60,000 worth. It's been so long. Oh, no, we got a full Acid Lab, man. Alright, alright. Okay, cool. Alright, well then let's get our payphone hit out of the way, because I like to do those. Request payphone hit. And we'll just... I'll grab our Sparrow. We gotta get down there to that payphone. Although it rings for quite a while, so it's not really any hurry. I don't know how long it rings for. I've never waited to see when it gives up on us and stops ringing. But yeah, I know that it rings for quite a long time. You've got lots of time to get here. Watch, they changed it. That's not true anymore. And now since I said all that, I end up looking like a jackass because I miss it. I don't think so, though. There we go. Still, I will run. There we go. Man, I keep getting the golf course. Well, that's just fine. But after this, we're going to call in our Acid Lab and do the sale then, because we got full product and full supplies. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to explore tomorrow night. I'm going to get the, I'm going to go down to LSIA. I'm going to get the car, I'm going to see what it takes to get the heli tour. I don't know for a fact that I have to have the car wash first, but that's what I've heard. So we'll, I'll do a little reading up on it beforehand, and then we'll explore that tomorrow. I think that's going to be tomorrow night's stream. Tonight's stream was Stop Hangar Time. Hope you all like my pun. I know I'm telling my age with that. Yes, I'm old. I'm seasoned. You know, I didn't even pay attention to how we're supposed to kill this chick. Either golf club, golf cart, or plant the bomb. Okay, it's gonna be the bomb. Ah, there it is. It's on the other side of that tree. Like, where the heck is it? And we got a long way to go. There's not really any carts nearby. Oh, there's a cart over here, actually. We'll grab this one. Where's the person that was using it? Why is it just sitting out here by itself? There's like nobody around. What, they get abducted out the fence here? So anyway, what hole are we supposed to do it on? 6th hole. So I think we're on the 7th hole. And so I think this is the 6th hole. And yeah, but the fact that there's golf balls on it. Why are these idiots playing in the rain? Don't they know that's not smart, not dangerous, or not safe? I think I have to approach. See, here's what I'm talking about. Like, why is it when I approach the hole from here, I can't get the pop-up to plant the bomb? I literally have to approach the hole from this side to do it. That's one of those, like, quality of life things I'm talking about that Rockstar is so awful at. There's no reason why they should make, like there's going to be some kind of trigger point on the ground that, you know, you have to stand in to make that plant bomb option available. Why does that trigger point have to be so small and only on one side of the hole? Why can't they make it like in a 2-foot radius all the way around the hole? You know, it just, again, quality of life kind of thing. It's not that big of a deal, but it's kind of crappy, like game design. You know what I mean? So it's annoying stuff when if you don't stand in just exactly the right spot, like to the inch, then if you don't do that, then you can't do it. And it's like, would being 1 inch back really mean I couldn't do it, you know? All right. Now the other thing I don't really like about this mission is, so I'm sitting over here, I'm going to dial in this bomb. The bomb's going to explode when she's close to it. And that guard in the cart right there, he's going to immediately turn around and just start shooting me. And it's like, how would you know that I had anything to do with it, man? I'm just a random guy at the course, you know? I'm even dressed like a golfer, but watch this. Boom. He's shooting at me. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of crap game mechanics also. Gameplay mechanics. It's unrealistic that they would know, oh, it must be that guy right there. Why? I mean, maybe they saw me go up to the hole. Maybe that's what the idea is. Like, they saw me planting that bomb, and they didn't know what I was doing. But now that the bomb went off, they do. I mean, I guess you could make that argument, but I don't know. Whatever. Let's get out of this monkey outfit. Get into my uniform. Jeans and a tee and a cap. Though in real life, I don't really wear the cap. There we go. 45 G's. So let's call in. I gotta wait for this hit complete thing to clear. Otherwise I can't see my context menu. There it is. Let's call in the acid lab. Because I think we got a full supply load of acid to sell. Doesn't really matter much where you start the acid lab sale from. I've noticed that you have an equal chance, no matter where you are, of having to go all the way across the map, or maybe it'll be closer. Like, but you know. Oh, it's on double money this week. I didn't even know that. I haven't paid any attention to the bonuses this week, so it's on double money, 670 instead of 335. Well, crap, that's nice. Okay, let's accelerate production, double the production, boost the production here. I didn't even know this was on double money. That's nice. That is nice. It's normally 335,000. I wonder if like DAX missions are paying double too. Yeah, paperboy deliveries, as always. At least it stopped raining, though. Yeah, there we go. That view is like a little zoomed in for my taste. There's a nice orange furnace over there. Lambo. Where is the first drop off? Yeah, it's there. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. I can go up this way. See, it doesn't really matter where you start from. It's your chance of getting a crappy like order of deliveries are pretty high. And again, this is the worst version. This is the worst type of mission for this. These 10 drop-offs in the crates. I've bitched about it in my other streams enough. You guys know I hate the gameplay mechanics here. The weak quasi basketball mechanic of trying to like throw the acid into the box and it doesn't like work. Oh, come on, man, really? Threw me off my motorcycle. So it's kind of crap gameplay mechanics, but even though this is the worst sell mission for this business, it's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal. It's certainly not as bad as some of the biker sell missions that we've had to deal with over the years. Alright, you know, I'm just gonna have to do it the hard way. There we go. And eventually I'm gonna have to get those pumpkins, because I can't live without a pumpkin. Okay, I delivered the acid, but I'm not seeing the next drop off. Okay, oh, there it is. Okay. Because I can't live without that pumpkin shirt. It's so stupid. I'm sorry, man. If you think it's cool, that's fine. I'm not here to judge, but me personally, I'm not impressed with that kind of crap. Ooh, I got lucky on that landing. But also, since this is the worst sell mission for Acid Lab, this is the one I get more than anything else. If you've been watching my streams, you know that I tend to get this one a lot. I think everyone does. It's like any other business in this game. They've got some real crap sell missions that you have to do, and so they crank up the percentage on those that you get those more than anything else. Because, you know, just buy a shark card instead, and then you won't have to do this. Screw you guys. I'm not buying shark cards. I got no problems with people who do. And there's a lot of pumpkins around. I got no problem with people who do buy shark cards, but that is not for me. I also got to keep an eye out for the enemies. I don't have any body armor. I don't know where they are. I think they'll probably be down the hill. Like they're not going to be up here. I don't think I've ever seen them at this location, but I think they will be maybe not at the college, but the one after maybe. We'll see in a minute here. Because we got this one, and I think the next location will be the college. Yeah, they're definitely not here, and they never are. I don't think I've ever seen them here before. I have seen them at the last location, that construction site. But if they're not there, then I think they'll be at the bottom of the hill, like by the tennis courts. You'll see in a minute. Oh, can I do this without wiping out? I can. Okay, good. And I don't think I've ever seen them at the college either. Got it. So, all right. I think this next location is where they're going to be. And this is like kind of behind, I mean, I know it's by the golf course. You can see that already, but kind of behind the parking structure and like by the tennis courts and stuff. See all these tennis courts here. And so it's like right over here. Yep, and there they are. So I'm gonna go with a grenade launcher. Got them. Can we make the basket? I don't know why I'm wasting time with this. Did I make it? I did. Look at that. Which means I can run away on these guys, which is something I normally can't do. Oh, but the NPCs are going to make my life hell while I try. Now this, I can tell you, don't even waste your time. Just come in and do this. I think the bad guys might be confused about where I am, which is fine by me. Yeah, we only have, what, 3 more drop-offs? And we're mostly going to be kind of off-road now. No, 2 more drop-offs. We got 10 already. Oh, come on. Really? This is what I'm talking about. The bullshit. You gotta be kidding me with this bullshit. I mean, it's like this weak quasi-basketball gameplay mechanic, and it doesn't work. It's absolute shit. I'm sorry, but it is. I don't mean to get that frustrated, but, you know, those guys are, like, riding up on me now because they magically followed me around corners that they never saw. But meanwhile, I can't throw a thing into a box from 4 feet away because it keeps... Look at this. Oh, did we finally get it? Okay, good, we got it. No, pull away. Yeah, this is very much my least favorite mission for... Acid Lab, and I think it's the least favorite for everybody too. It's not just me. I think everybody hates this. We all kind of recognize that it's another example of Rockstar and shit missions. So, but double money, gotta like that, man. Definitely gotta like that. So, shut up, Mutt. So, let's go ahead and I do want to do that. Bunker sale, but I want to get like armor and snacks and stuff, so let's jump into the agency real quick. Oh, we got full snacks. Oh, that's right. We grabbed it at our office. I forgot about that. But we'll come here and stock up on armor. And we'll go to the bunker now. And we only got like 7 minutes left on the Kyo timer, so that's good. Man, these floating smartphones are killing me, man. I don't know what the story with that is. I think it's because I didn't pay for security for here because I never get enough inventory for it to matter. I never ever get raided in here. And I think, you know, like normally I want to say there's like a security guard standing right here, normally, or around here anyway. And there's definitely some guys like over here too. And I'm going to guess that they're not here because I didn't pay for security, but apparently their smartphones are not a part of them, but a part of the actual bunker. I guess Rockstar just assumes that everyone's going to buy that extra security because it's not really that much money. I think it's only like 200 some thousand, but I didn't buy it. And so I see these smartphones floating and it cracks me up. Oh, Rockstar. it's kind of mind-blowing. Rockstar is kind of schizophrenic in a way. Like they pay so much attention to detail. Like in the map out in the world, there's so much detail that they paid attention to and took care of and made sure of, and really high end, really high quality. Easily one of the best game world maps ever made in this game, definitely. But then they forget something like that. Like they've got floating smartphones if people don't buy the security. I don't know. It's just funny. Alright, so we will resupply for 75k, and we will sell for 210.
Okay, we need you to take this route to the buyers. The cops will be trying to intervene.
Aha! Phantom Wedge time.
Front to keep them off. Sound good? Great.
Eventually I need to buy the auto export warehouse too, auto import export, so that I can get the Phantom Wedge and have that for when I'm doing Cayo Perico, and when I go get the what's it called, the Longfin approach vehicle. Woo! Woo! He didn't blow up though. He lucked out. I think the tires on this Phantom Wedge for this mission are bulletproof, but if you were to buy one and have it like in your auto import export shop, you cannot upgrade to bulletproof tires, and that kind of makes this this truck a little bit problematic as far as its usefulness for doing stuff, because believe me, with flat tires this thing is not easy to handle. Where are we going exactly? I don't even know. I'm gonna try to sneak through here. Oh man, you know, the trailer caught those tree branches. That was the problem with that. I'm not sure where my destination is. I could pull up the map and look, but yeah, I'll find out soon enough. We're gonna go by the cops here. Just funny because we got a 3-star wanted level, but I don't see any helicopters. I wonder if we're going to the docks. Maybe that's where we're headed. Probably. Based on what I'm seeing here. Wow, that dude got drilled. Yeah, I think we're going to the docks, so we may as well just cut through the ghetto and go from there. Or if you're a fan of Fail Race and their Survive the Hunt videos, they refer to it as the low-income housing area. To me, it'll always be either the hood or the ghetto. Oh, he went over the edge. Nice, nice. This is an entertaining truck to drive, that's for sure. You can really send people flying. Oh, we finally got a helicopter. You know, I think maybe we've had helicopters the whole time, but then we're not going to the docks. We're going to by my warehouse. I think we've probably had helicopters the whole time, but maybe they weren't showing on the radar. I don't know. But this is the drop-off point. If I could circle around. There we go. I forgot about this location. It's been a long time since I've been doing bunker sales, so. And I just finished my big gulp. And yet I don't have to pee. I am a camel. Alright. It's probably more information than you wanted. Rank up street boss.
That, I believe, is everything sold.
All right, so I'm just curious, are DAX jobs on bonus too? Like, do they pay 100,000 right now instead of 50? I mean, I guess I could look it up, couldn't I? Oh, it's more fun to take a chance. Let's go service vehicle, Kasaka, Sparrow. Let's just call DAX and do one. What the hell? We haven't done one since we got our acid lab.
Hello, fresh meat. Yep, just give me a few.
Get up in the air. I mean, if it's a real crap mission, then we can always just kill it.
I have something you can help with, because, you know, I'm kind of new in town.
Alright, just tell us where to go. Okay, it's going to be drive the postal truck in and set the bomb. Good. It's one like I seem to get the most of. It's better than the dusting the crops one, that's for sure. The crop dusting mission is ridiculously lengthy. I guess we're going to the Sandy Shores Go Postal Depot. It's kind of a bummer since there's one right in the city we could have gone to. Oh, and yes, our Kyo cooldown. Well, I didn't space that very well, did I? It kind of runs off the side there where the cooldown is. Yeah, I probably just changed that to done when it's done instead of the word cooldown. Anyway, we'll get rid of that now. And once we're done with this, we'll go ahead and deal with the Kyo thing. You know, honestly, return. Let's just return it and jump out. Whoa, hello. We fell really fast. I don't know who's complaining. Wow, they're pretty accurate, I'll give them that. They got a couple shots on us. Alright, so we're gonna go get a bomb put in it. We don't need to listen to Dax. Now, hopefully I won't need body armor. The whole point of this is to stealth it and not get caught, but we'll see. And again, I don't know that this is on double money, but the acid lab was, so a lot of times when one part of it is like on double money, like other parts of like the same DLC is on double money too a lot of times, but we'll see. Okay. And I guess we're gonna go to that like homeless encampment on the north side of Chiliad. Yeah, you know, I launched this mission all the way down in Los Santos. It made me come all the way out here for this. I gotta deposit my cash too. Well, we're up over 8 million again, so we'll actually have plenty of money, I think, tomorrow. I don't exactly know how much the car wash and the heli tours and stuff like that is, assuming I have to buy both. I don't know how much they are. We'll price them out, but I'll definitely, after I get off stream tonight, I'll definitely get this Kyo set up, and you know, so we'll have over 9 million, and I think that's typically enough for DLCs. You usually don't need much more than that. And we'll see what the mansion thing they say is coming. Mansions will probably be like 50 million or something ridiculous like that. I strongly suspect they will be the most expensive thing ever added into the game. Probably even worse than the yachts. Worse than the yachts, even, I bet. But we'll see. We shall see. Man. Sorry, I had to turn my head away from the screen for a second there. I had a weird thing happening on my computer screen. But I have straightened it out. I monitor the stream in, what's it called? YouTube, like studio control panel, whatever you want to call it. And for some reason, the video on it was lagged, like way back behind me. Like it was still doing the Chumash cell mission, the bunker cell mission. I was still on that screen. I was still in the Phantom Wedge. So I had to refresh it, and now it is up to date now, or up to the current time now, or pretty close. It's always going to be a little bit delayed.
Go play delivery boy and park this jack-in-the-box in a spot where it'll do as much damage as possible. Just don't let them get a close look at you once you're inside.
Alright, so the whole point of this is to stealth it. And I've done it, but every now and then I screw it up. Really, they got a remote control on this? Alright, so I gotta pay attention to the vision cones. And I got a window right now which lets me get out of here. There we go. And I'm pretty much set. I just gotta get up this hill. And then it'll tell me to use the remote. So we'll call it in. Call for my Sparrow. Get the hell out of here. No sense waiting on the wanted level to expire. Let's just get out. They're checking out the hideout anyway. They're not coming up the highway, which is fine. I mean, truth be told, I could have just hid up behind the rocks up on the tracks up there and they wouldn't have found me either. I mean, you're going to lose your wanted level in the same amount of time anyway. It doesn't really matter. And then I'm just going to jump sessions anyways. So let's see what the payoff is. So here's the moment of truth. Is this on double money? If we get 100,000, yes. If we get 50,000, no. Acid Lab was double money, so hopefully this is. We'll see. Nope, it's not. Well, that sucks. So, no. Oh, we got a UFO. I think you get money for taking pictures of these things, don't you?
Step 6. Give yourself a pat on the ass. That was beautiful.
Ah, shut up, Dax. 50 G's is shit. I think we get money for taking pictures of these things too, don't we? I don't really do the whole Halloweeny thingy. Okay. There you go. Send to Omega. Oh, 15,000. Eh. Not really worth it. And of course, if you fly too close to that thing, it kills your helicopter too, by the way. So, alright. I think that's all we really needed to do right now. We'll definitely, well, we got to spawn into our Kasatka and buy the new Kaio, and let's scope it out too. I'm not going to do all the setups on stream because we're actually down to like the last 10 minutes anyway, but I can get the scope out done at least. I still have not gotten the metal detector. I don't know why, but the metal detectors are not spawning for me, and they spawn as like a washed up skeleton on the shore from Kaio, and then you can get a metal detector and a map of Kaio, and with that metal detector you can find like buried caches. I think like 15k when they're on normal, 30k when they're on double. So anyways, I'm not getting them, so I can't do that, and normally I would do it during the scope out mission. So Kaio Prigo is 100 G's, of course. It used to be 10. Let's go ahead and gather intel. Yeah, they basically they massively increased the price of setting it up, and they massively nerfed the payouts for doing it. And it's still, it tells you how crazy overpowered it was. I guess we want to go to what, Chumash? Yeah, that'll work. It tells you how crazy like overpowered the payout was to begin with. When you could buy it for $10,000, the payouts were like 30-40% higher, and there was only a 10-minute cooldown between it. Also, like you could do it after you finished it, you could start the whole thing again 10 minutes later. So you got really good at it. You could run the whole thing in like 45-50 minutes, 35-40 if you're really good at it. I've never been quite that good at it, but 45-50 minutes, and the average payout was like 1.5, sometimes as high as like 1.9. And if it was one of those weeks where they had the Panther statue, it'd be like 2 point something. But back then, even the tequila, like you'd basically make around 1.5 or maybe 1.4 or something like that. But so yeah, it was crazy overpowered on the payoffs. But even with all the extreme nerfing that they've done, it's still the best money in the game for the time spent. There are a few things that come kind of close behind it, but nothing ever beats Kaio as far as time spent for money earned. Man, my throat. Drink some tea or something after this. But anyway, I'm sure this will be another tequila, because you guys saw last week I got like 2 diamonds in a row, 2 pink diamonds in a row. That's unheard of these days. It used to be pretty normal, but man, I'm trying to get this thing pointed where I want it. I don't want to shoot the missile too close to the plane, because that can damage the plane and ruin the mission. So that plane is not indestructible. In fact, it's pretty fragile. I think what I'll do is shoot this guy's tootsies off. Oh, that sucks. Alright, he's dead. This is one of the better locations for this, for the plane to spawn. It's not a real long flight from here to the checkpoint. Checkpoint's just past the docks, and we're pretty close to the town. You'll see once we get over this hill, the mountain's kind of blocking the view, but we're closer than you think. Oh, and Rooster has gotten 1 crate, so yeah. He doesn't always get 2 or 3, that's for sure. He gets 1 more than anything, but he did get a crate, which is nice. which tells me that our 48-minute cycle is coming up again too now, because I sent him and then I started doing like the spare parts and the mixed goods sales right after it. So, and the payphone hit. Then we did the Acid Lab sale and the bunker sale, and then we tried a DAX mission, which unfortunately, unlike the Acid Lab, is not on double money. So we only got 50 G's for that. But we got almost $1 million. Who wants to take bets on whether this is going to be tequila? Chances are very high. You know what I have not yet had? I don't think I've had bearer bonds yet. And I don't think I've had the is it the ruby necklace, I think? Whatever it is. There's a necklace and there's a bearer bonds. Of course I haven't had the panther statue. That's not normally available anyway, but of the targets that are normally available, I've had only tequila and pink diamond. But I've not had the necklace and I have not had the bearer bonds. So we'll just knock out this scope out. Let's see what we got. Hopefully Coke at the North Dock. Although if I find 2 Cokes at the airfield, I'm not even going to bother with the North Dock. I'm just going to go to the main. Well, then there's really not much point in wearing that disguise, is there? Which is why I changed them in normal clothes. Alright, so what do we got here? Looks like cash and weed, maybe. Yep, cash and weed. Now there's always the chance we got some up here, but it's low. Low chance. We literally have nothing up here. Both tables are empty. Okay, so we got cash and weed over here. I see the North Dock in our future. We will check the other side though. We're still going to check the North Dock anyway, just in case there's something better, because this side is kind of a pain to go to. But we'll see what we got. Looks like cash though, so nothing special. Another cash and weed maybe. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, we got cash and weed. All right, so we got cash and weed on each side. Nothing upstairs on the other side. Much like me, nothing upstairs. So we'll head up here. And we'll go, oh, come on with that. Like it threw me in kind of a weird direction when I was in the air there. So is the guy on the ground? He's not here. Nice. We don't want to go this way though. We're about to drive right into that camera. But we don't have the dude on the ground, which is good. So we can just stay on our bike for this. Makes life a lot easier. Oh, I see Coke. I see 2 Cokes. Yep. Oh, no, no. One is cash. No, but there is 2 cokes. There is 2 cokes here. 2 cokes and a cash. We'll definitely be coming here, and we don't need to check anywhere else at this point. I mean, the only place left was on the other side of the water here, but we don't even need to bother with it. All right. We will be coming here for 2 cokes. This is the single easiest spot to get it from, too, so that probably means tequila, by the way. If it's pink diamond again, though, man, I got my hopes up. Because a couple times we had this exact setup. We had 2 cokes there, and pink diamond is the main, which is nice. All right, let's cross our fingers for pink diamond. We'll find out in a minute here. Go jump over the hill here. Hopefully I get the jump right. It went off to the left a little, which is what it used to do a lot back in the day. But we're good. It just sucks when you end up down in the water, then you have a hell of a time getting back up. Cut through here. Hopefully no guard at the bottom. If there is, we'll have to climb, but that's alright. Not a big deal. No, there's a guard at the bottom, so we'll be climbing. And we hit a weird bush. And I see my warehouses are getting their crates. So that whole 48-minute cycle thing is definitely complete. Nothing here. There's 2 more levels. There we go. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we got a special item at one of our warehouses. All right, 65. Well, definitely not going to be 7. Probably going to be the 5 times 10, which is... Oh, sorry, not... No. 5 times 10 is what I wanted. And then... Yeah, 4 times 2 is 58, and then 7 makes it 65. There we go. I got distracted by that special item there. We'll definitely go sell that. I'm going the wrong way. Whoops. My bad. Here we go. What do we got? Tequila. Yeah. I knew it was too good to be true. If we got that 2 cokes and a pink diamond again, like 3 out of the last 4, that would be insane. But yeah, we got tequila and 2 cokes, so pretty typical. Probably come in around 1.2 million when we do it. So there we go. And we may as well knock out that next 48-minute cycle and then sell that, what's it called? Special item. Why not? We're all about the grind here, and then we can send Rooster off to get his next crate. Hopefully he gets 2 next time, or 3, even better.
Hey there, it's Rooster. Just letting you know that everything arrived at the hangar in good shape. We got plenty more where that came from if you're ever in the market for more jobs like these.
So he only does that phone call the first time, because that was the first time I sent him out to get crates. So he won't call like that again. So we'll go to the bunker. We got our spare parts, and hopefully our supplies have showed up at this point too. Yep, we got our supplies, and we're even starting to build product. We got to call Mutt too once we finish our mixed goods sale after this. All right, we're going the other way. Woo, I wanted to end the stream at 9. I'm starting to get a little saddle sore here, but that's all right. The game, whenever you really want to finish something up in this game, it always throws you something like interesting to do that keeps you in for a little longer. It seems like for instance, we just got that special item. Boy, those deer were moving weird, weren't they? They were like looking like stop motion over there. It's funny because I'm in a session by myself. It's not like it's dependent on someone else's console. I am in a session by myself, am I? That would suck. Okay, yes, I am. Good. Oh, I missed my turn like a moron because I was busy looking at stop motion deer. So now I gotta go buy these guys. And they are the slow guys, so they're not really much of a threat. When I don't do stupid things like drive right into them like that because I had to turn around. But normally they can't catch me because they're pretty slow. So I just need to kind of push here and not do stuff like get hung up on NPC traffic. Where are we going? Man, if it's... Hey, nice. This is one of the nicer locations, actually. This is right by the entrance to the military base. The ammunition just north of it. Or just east of it, I guess I should say. So we're heading east on Route 68. And there we go. Got a pumpkin out there too. Gonna have to collect all these pumpkins, but I think you have to do it all inside of a 24-hour period. Like, if I were to start it, and if I didn't have them all collected, and then the daily like update happened, I would lose all my progress. So you gotta get them all done in one day. And I don't think I want to do that on stream, and I don't think anyone wants to watch that on stream. It's not the most thrilling gameplay, I will tell you that. But it is only available for a limited time, so I'll probably knock it out. It'll be the last time I ever do it, I think. I've done it on my previous character. Oh well. Alright. So, we want to go this way. Yes, here I am. Got snacks for me, girl? Don't need them. Pegasus, give me a buzzard. Agents out in motion again. We'll call Mutt, get Acid Lab supplies, do a payphone hit, go to our auto shop and send out those customer cars that are waiting to be delivered, and then that'll be like our 48-minute cycle right there, like the stuff we would do every 48 minutes, and then I'll go back to that warehouse and sell that special item. I'm actually not sure which warehouse it's at. I think it's the one down closer by the water there. But I mean, it doesn't matter. I've only got 2 to choose from, so it won't be hard to figure it out. Could have landed a little closer, but that's all right. This way we get to run across the street without looking, because that's always fun in GTA. Alright, so we put her in motion. We'll jump in the truck. And this will give, like, the cops a chance to give us a wanted level if we're going to get that on this mission. And then we'll get rid of it when we head into the other warehouse. If we get the enemies chasing us, unfortunately they will be outside when we come back out. But they're not really that dangerous, so it doesn't really matter. Now, I know being cocky and saying something like that is going to result in them killing me probably, but but that's the way it goes, you know. Typically, they're not that dangerous. And actually, it doesn't look like we've got anything coming after us. No cops, no enemies, so it's going to be the easy version again. I seem to be getting that one a lot recently, which is kind of a weird streak to have. And we're going to be well over $1 million, especially after we do that special item sell. I'm tempted to skip the payphone hit, honestly. Because, I mean, we're like 15 minutes past when I wanted to end the stream, and like I said, I'm a little saddle sore, but yeah, whatever. Gotta be consistent in your grind, man, if you want to get rich in this game. Gotta man up and do the necessary. One guy in the stream the other week when I was talking about Kaio, and he said, yeah, you know, I'm kind of bored of running Kaio. And I was like, well, you know, no one said grinding was the most, like, glamorous existence in this game, but it does get you the most amount of money. So, and then once you have a ton of money, you can do whatever the heck you want, and you can afford anything, and you don't have to spend any time grinding anymore if you don't want. Especially if you get up to like $1 billion, you're set. I would even venture to say if you get like 300, 400 million, you're also pretty much set at that point. You don't need $1 billion. I've done $1 billion grind before. There's Mutt. $36,000, so that's good. He was not out of supplies yet. And we'll call Franklin and ask for a payphone hit. Alright, which one we got here? I have. So, hopefully not the bulldozer. Hopefully just the propane tank. But also the container one isn't bad either. See what he says when he calls or texts. Bulldozer. Bummer. Okay. Well, I mean, it's not a big deal. If I can pull it off, I can get it done in like less than a minute. But it's sometimes I screw it up is the thing. And then it takes quite a bit longer. Where is the thing that I'm looking for? I'm looking for this, actually. I'm almost about to alert the target. So, okay. Alright, what's hard about this is I don't always know where the bulldozer driver is. Like, I have trouble seeing him. Oh, come on, not this again. Another somersault. Can we pull it out? We did. Okay. Hopefully he hasn't moved yet. I don't know. That's like 3 somersaults I've done in this thing tonight. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. It's not that hard. Come on, heathen. Alright, so there is... Oh, he already moved. Shit. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait for him to walk all the way around. So, what? So while I was busy doing somersaults in my freaking Sparrow, the dude with the arrow there was standing back over here. And then if I could have got here fast enough and then taken out this bulldozer driver here through that window, he would have just ran him over, and it would have been literally under a minute to do the whole mission. It would have been like 50 seconds. But y'all saw what happened. I decided to F around and do somersaults in my helicopter, which is something you should never do, and I don't recommend it. I've, for some reason, done it 3 times tonight. But anyway, once he comes back, and he is slow as hell. I mean, I could just pop him here and just take the 15 Gs and leave the 30 Gs on the table, and honestly, I feel like it's almost worth it. But I don't know. It's like another minute or a couple minutes, and he'll be back in front of the bulldozer again. It's just kind of frustrating. That's all. So that's where he would be if we were doing the propane tank one, and we would be on that roof over there, and we would just shoot the propane tank while he's standing there and blow it up and kill him. And that's the container. A little bit ago when he walked under the container, if we were to shoot this control box here, we would drop the container on him, and that's another way to get the bonus with this mission. But this version is the bulldozer, so we have to wait for him to stand in front of this bulldozer out here, and then we have to kill the bulldozer driver through here, and the bulldozer will then go out of control and run over the CEO. Like I said, this is the one I fail the most, but we'll see. Just gotta wait for him to... He'll go stop out in front of it. Obviously not there. Gotta wait for him to get out here. Here he goes. It's just a few minutes and he'll stop. There he is. He stopped. Got him. And boom. There you go. What a way to go. So that will give us the extra 30,000, so the total payout will be 45,000 now. Just got to leave the area to get it. There we go. And I'm going to head back to my warehouse and check out that special item. Freaking somersaults. I'm not going to jump out of my Sparrow yet because we might have to go to the airport. And if we do, or we might have to go to a tugboat or something. So if we have to do one of those two things, I'd prefer to have my Sparrow out here so we can go quickly. I'm pretty sure this is the warehouse that has the special item. I definitely don't want this sniper rifle as my active weapon. All right. Special item, 115,000. Oh, it's the golden minigun. Look at that. Too bad you can't take that for yourself. So where do we got? A truck? Yes, we do.
Ready to make this sale? Get in the truck, hit the blacktop, and go out to the point on your GPS. If you don't run into anything bad on the way, we'll get our payment.
All right, service vehicles, Kasaka, return options. Whoops, Kasaka, return options, return. There we go. Trackify. Okay. Oof. So this could be a pretty far distance, but that's all right. I do like special items when the agents get them. Only thing that would be better with this would be if it were on double money, and this would be a quick 200 Gs. But 115 is not bad. But this is why I like agents, both for the hangar and for the crate warehouses. I prefer this to be more of a passive business, and then I can run the better paying active stuff when I'm playing. You know, Kaio, Dre contract. Damn, I knew I was going to do that. I was losing control of this thing. Okay, I'm really losing control of this thing. Can we just go? Thank you. All right. Kaio, Dre contract. Cluckenbell, maybe Oscar Guzman. I gotta look into that. We gotta get that, and I gotta analyze these new businesses too, like the what's it called, car wash and the Helitour stuff. And the Helitour, if we buy that, that will actually make the hangar business more valuable. So there's that too. So that's another good reason to buy that, because eventually it'll pay for itself just based on that. So I guess there's bottom dollar bounties too, which I don't think the main bounty stuff is terribly valuable. I've seen that business a little bit, but I want to say it does add a easy free roam activity from Martin Madrazo, like kind of like not payphone hits exactly, but like a hit you can do for him, like a one-off. Okay, I think maybe this is way out there. Yeah, I'm starting to think that maybe it's by this gas station down here. We'll find out in a minute. Oh, it's not by the gas station, but it's across the street in here. Where's the circle thing, though? Oh, there it is. Oh, that sucked. But we got our money, so no worries if that goes in the water. What are you looking at? What? You never seen a guy lose control of a truck before? Shut up, man. Wow. Now that is a fragile dude, man. Alright, well, thanks for the $28. No witnesses, no trouble. Alright, well, I think we're going to call that a stream. Actually, I take that back. There is one more thing I want to do. And I meant to do it before the special sale. I meant to go send these cars out for delivery. You know, I probably shouldn't bother because I'm going to log off right after it, and it's probably not going to save it. So I'll probably just save it for tomorrow's stream, or tomorrow during the day when I'm preparing for this stream, because I am going to go to bed pretty soon too. No list of cars. Yeah, those missions are really not worth it. What do we got here down here anyway? Yeah, we got two, and one's a supercar, high end. So, yeah, we'll take care of that another time. For now, I think we're going to call that a day. So, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the hangar setup and everything. We'll look into, I think that's what we're going to do tomorrow. Actually, here, let's deposit our cash. Where are we at? Yeah, we're at like 8.2 million. So, yeah, we're in good shape. I think those businesses probably don't cost quite that much. So, I think we'll do fine. So, just to close out here. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. See ya.